And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Minnesota Twins. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts. So much. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. And our pitcher in this game, Joe Ryan. Singy, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
All right, ready to go here. Up now for Milwaukee, Andrew Monasterio. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
0-1 for count.
First pitch, 7-11.
And ball one.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Check swing, no appeal. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. Didn't go.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Manuel Margot up to the plate. Gets the outside corner with that one. For Joe Ryan, the journey's so interesting when you think of a guy who started his college career at Cal State Northridge and then ultimately transferred to a Division II school, Cal State Stanislaus. That's off the inside corner, and now it's even 1-1. It was out of Cal State Stanislaus that he was a 7th-round pick by the Rays, and then eventually got a chance to make his way through the Rays system, and then was dealt for Nelson Cruz to the Minnesota Twins. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
That one catches the zone. That is strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Man at first, one away. Out to center. Buxton sizing it up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. So next it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, Wes Clark.
さあ、4番のクラーク。
To the right side, Castro. Handles, throws to first, and that is that. Brewers strand 1, and now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Siggy. Today's starting pitcher, D.L. Hall. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
5回0はきついよな。
Tap to first, and it goes just foul. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And you can load one into the gap like that. You're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box, and he'll feel real good about that one.
Pitch misses, and that's ball one.
After the loss yesterday afternoon, where they really didn't ever get things going on offense, I think this is an important opportunity right here to pick up an early run.
2 strikes.
And a pitch. Ground ball left side. Jump throw across his body, and very nicely done for the out.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Now Correa up to hit. One of the things with Correa, the impact he makes, not just on offense, but defense as well. A guy who's won a platinum glove as the best defender in the American League. Probably my favorite note, though, on Carlos Correa. He likes to, before games, go to a regular old batting cage and take BP with his dad. Castro leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. That misses. Now 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that. And good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
And that squirts through. Castro around third. He'll score. The Twins have the lead. And it's an RBI single. 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Matt Wallner, the next Twin up to hit. Well, that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. Here's Byron Buxton.
ボコボコにやられてノックアウトみたいな嫌な感じが自信も半分になってるし
And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder. Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
And that is out of play. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
あれは振るよな。三振頼む。
Battling here as he fouls it away.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K. They get a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We finished 1 inning here in Minneapolis. It's the Twins 1 and the Brewers 0. Back in Minnesota, and now the shortstop, Casey Martin.
Martin.
Ryan back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a swing and a miss there. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
Looked like it was a little bit up. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
Martin tries to hold up, appeal to first. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
2回目のフォアボールやな。
This is Bryce Terang.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Hitting better than .350 this month.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. tying run is at first. You're in game one of this 3-game set. Yeah, that's fouled off.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
The 1-2.
That's ball
Well,
two.
with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself in the scoring position. Well, he just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here comes Christian Yelich. And a big swing and a miss. Martin leads on first with 1 away. Next offering way off the plate. Swinging a ground ball, and that's just foul. High fly ball out to left field. Larnach pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Here's the Brewers catcher now.
Number 16.
And that one fouled off. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Milwaukee leaves 1. They're down 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. So here's Bader now.
Bader.
Just missed. Bader, guy who played his college ball at the University of Florida from the New York area. Went to Horace Mann High School.
1-1.
Hall winds and deals. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
あれはでも振るからな。
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And now for the Twins, Edouard Julien. Swing and a miss.
いやでもボールと分かってても振ってまうっていう。
Swings through that one out in front that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
さあ三振してくれ。
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Christian Vasquez stands in now and watches strike 1. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2 is the count.
And 1-2.
2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs, base is empty. And now 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That misses, and a full count now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging, and he strikes out the side here in the 2nd.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
3者連続三振か。
Welcome back, and coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-0. And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here to head in the count.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So up next, Andrew Monasterio.
見逃しても微妙。あれ。
Monasterio, in his 3rd season, hitting leadoff in today's game. Usually a shortstop, but today starts at 3rd. 1 down, base is empty. Swings through that one.
One thing he has to remember is that he does not have to cover as much ground. So those balls to his left, remember that you got a good shortstop that can make the backhanded play for you.
That one missed. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Outside low, and the count is 2-2. 1 out, base is empty. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball.
なかなか捉えれんな。
Just misses with that one.
たまにいいも来るからな。ツインズって最下位なんや。
Out towards right center field.
落ちるか。
That gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
詰まりや。
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
6.5 か。ロッキーズ24。
Monasterio over at first with 1 away.
ワイルドカードから。
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
There's a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And it's even up.
2-2 the count.
And Marco able to spoil that one.
いやー、微妙やな。
And that misses. 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Lifted in the air, right field.
詰まっとる。
2 down. Next is the designated hitter, Jackson Chorio. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1, no strikes. On the ground, and foul ball. And that one clips the corner.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Next offering misses. Now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This one popped up right side. Castro sizes this one up. He's got it, and that'll do it. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
3連敗中か。
The other way, and foul ball.
さあ、この人がどこまで持つかやな。
That one fouled off.
So glad these ballparks have installed the
Stamina
netting
ほぼ
to
半分。
protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
On the ground to third. Whips it to first. One up, one down. So up next for Minnesota, Jose Miranda. Top of the zone for a called strike. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-1. And he takes a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Pitch is in the dirt. 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2-2 now. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Carlos.
And here comes Carlos Correa.
Ah, そうか。やってないと出てこんのか、これ。
First pitch just misses.
そういうこ
That
と
one called
か。
just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And a curve misses outside. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field.
Yes.
Canna raging back towards the wall. Hauls it in on the warning track. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Wes Clark. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Swings and misses at the sweeper.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
更新ないみたいやな。
Martin now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that split caught a lot of the zone. Definitely a hittable pitch, but coming off the fastball the pitch before, it's kind of tough to recognize. You notice there's something different about it. He threw it with the same arm action, same release point, and he left it up. But the movement and the change of speeds, that was enough to do the job.
Terang stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a miss. And the count even 1-1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Two down, nobody on. Inside, ball 2. And there's a ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Christian Yelich up next for the Brewers. 2 outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it drops in.
That's a good job right there. You had 2 strikes on you, just got to battle.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. Fly to left his first time. Up and in, and it's 1-0. Right side. And that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. And midway in the 4th, it's the Twins 1 and the Brewers nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Matt Wallner. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Twins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Ball 1 low.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That misses. The count now 2-2. Outside corner, got him looking.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Buxton in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That one in the dirt, and it's a ball and a strike. When you examine Buxton's career trajectory, the thing that really jumps out, the speed and the defense early on. And no one can get there. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced, and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Here's Trevor Larnach. Caught looking his first time up. And there's a foul ball. Close, but called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And on the ground to the right side. And that one finds its way through. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe at home. And the runner scores from second. And they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now Bader up to the plate. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Larnach leads off first with 1 away. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Ow!
You know, sometimes a throw that bounces into second base can be just as good as a perfect throw in the air. Almost a little bit easier to handle at second base. For me, that caught stealing right there was all about a really poor jump off first. Just didn't time it well, and he was toast after that.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And it's 2-0. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ryan back to work. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Justin Topa warming up for manager Rocco Baldelli. Sands getting cranked up as well. Gets the call. That's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
入ってんかあれ。
Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one is hammered right field. Walner going back, and it's off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And If he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Next offering upstairs. He was late there, strike one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Just missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count, be ready to turn on a fastball.
Fouled off down the right side. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here comes the manager out of the Twins dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Joe Ryan gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher now, Justin Topa.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Andrew Monasterio up now for the Brewers.
溜まってきたな。ここで変わったか。
And he chases a high fastball there.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the 5th. This ball's chopped on the ground. One away here in the 5th.
That was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move 2 runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a few runs, even if it's still kind of early in the game.
Here's Manuel Margot. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's downstairs. Ball 1. That one catches the corner for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Towards first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Now at the plate, Jackson Chorio. He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup. Swing and a miss as he was late. You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about. And fouled off. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Got it! Good job at damage control right there.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Edouard Julien.
Wow.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Waste no time there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And now it's Christian Vasquez.
そろそろ微妙やな。よっしゃ。さあ、このバッター次第やな。ここで打たれるか抑えるか。
Counts 1-0.
That catches the corner.
Nope.
いやー、惜しい。
Julian gets his lead at first with nobody out. He goes down looking.
あれを取ってくれる
I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box.
そう思ったら
This
打た
one
れるん
swung
か
on
い。
and hit well. Way back there.
交代や。
Out of here.
よっしゃ。
Home run number 5 on the season, and they add to their
こ
lead.
のまま
It's
抑えたな
4-1.
るからな。
Siggy, that's his
ここでまた打
50th
たれる。
career homer.
50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to.
カット、カット。
When you're
もう
working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity.
あの
He
時
was
点
all
で変え
over
と
that
かなあか
fastball.
んねんな。
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. DL Hall is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. They turn things over to the southpaw, Tyler Alexander.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now, Jose Miranda. That misses off the outside edge. Still only one out here in the inning. Just
Nope, that's the ball.
missed.
2-0.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Corrals it, and there's 2
今
down.
難易度なんぼなんやな、これね。
2.
CPU ピッチ。レジェンドでやってんのこれ。マジか。AI の方はファールか。まさかレジェンドでやってたと。そら強い。
Down, base is empty, and the batter will be the shortstop, Carlos Correa. Swinging a foul straight back.
意外と高難易度でやってたよな。
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Margot pulls it in on the
レ
run.
ジェンドか。
But the Twins bring in 2 on the homer. It's now a 4-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And here's the first baseman, Wes Clark. And a swing and a miss.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Not close with that one, and the count is 1-1. Some movement in the Twins bullpen. Danny Coulombe, the left-hander, up and throwing. Duran, the right-hander, also getting loose. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Started after the 1-2 pitch, appealed to first, and he went around, according to Patrick Johnson. Next for Milwaukee, Casey Martin. He is struck out, and he is walked. Swings through that one, 0-1. Topa, a 6'4" righty. He features a sinker, a slider, a cutter, and he works in a changeup. Next offering is in for a strike. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. The shortstop takes the ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That one not close. 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. Bryce Terang digs in now. 1 for 2. The 0-1. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Offense held in check there. To the bottom of the sixth we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Twins 4 and the Brewers 1. Back at Target Field, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Matt Wallner. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Alexander, he's one of those guys who uses the cut fastball as his primary offering, and when it's on, it can induce a lot of weak contact. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Yelich racing over to make the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Buxton stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Swing and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball.
And the late movement on the cutter is really what makes it so effective, because as a hitter you make a decision whether you're going to swing or take a pitch before it actually gets into the zone. So that late movement causes it to miss the barrel of the bat, sometimes miss the bat entirely.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Yeah, they talk about cutters as being lane changers because it's more of that side-to-side movement and very little of the downward tilt. This one in the air, center field. Terang makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Trevor.
2 outs, base is empty. Trevor Larnach, the next Twin up to hit. in there, and it's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that ends the inning. Danny Coulombe gets the call from the pen.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Here's the left fielder, Christian Yelich. The Brewers in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. And he swings through that one.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And now the catcher comes up to hit.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. The Brewers trailing by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. And down on strikes, coming out of the bullpen and throwing beans.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That's to third. Zips it across, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Brewers go down quietly, and they trail it 4-1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1.
No strike.
Well, these Twins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
And strike 2.
2-2 the count.
Up and in, and the count's full. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Man at first, nobody out. And now the first baseman, Edouard Julien. And a foul ball. Runner takes off. Next offering is fouled back. Pitch misses. Now 1-2. Grounder might be 2. Martin to second, and that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
So here's Christian Vasquez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one fouled off. In the air, center field. Margot under it. Makes the catch, inning over. So they go quietly there. 8th inning coming up. It's the Twins 4 and the Brewers 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yohan Duran.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Monasterio in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Minnesota's bullpen with some action. Griffin Jacks up and throwing. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour.
1 strike.
Ground ball up the middle. Correa fires over to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Manuel Margot up now for the Brewers.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Garrett Spain looking to start something with 1 gone. And first offering is fouled off. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That one
ball,
way inside.
2 strikes.
The Twins leading by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Swinging a foul straight back. On the ground, right side. Castro to first, and Milwaukee is set down in order. Nothing across here this half. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Twins 4 and the Brewers 1. On to the bottom of the 8th. This is Willie Castro. Alexander back to work. Just off the outside edge, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Up the middle. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, third baseman,
Here's the third baseman, Jose Miranda. 0 for 3 in this one. In there at the knees. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
And base hit. Man at first with 1 gone. And next for Minnesota, Carlos Correa. First offering, and it just misses. Miranda stands at first with 1 out. And that one is lifted in the air. Canna settles underneath it. And there's 2 away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Matt Wallner. And that one is popped in the air, shallow center, Terang. And makes the grab. And that is that. Twins wind up stranding 1 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Griffin Jacks.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Wes Clark now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And that's outside. Pinch hitter coming on, Rhys Hoskins.
No, last chance for him here, hoping he can be a catalyst for some type of 9th inning comeback.
Two balls, no strikes to count. And another ball. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Hoskins pushes it foul. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And now it's going to be Casey Martin. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Check swing, called strike. Check swing, called strike. 0-2 now.
0-2.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. He's got it. 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Now it's the second baseman, Bryce Terang. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Buxton snags it, and there are two down. So they're down to their final out. Next for the Brewers, Christian Yelich. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. Hoskins, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
さあ、終わるか。